in my hometown is part of another worldwide demonstration day. I have to admit, I was originally asked to speak in Toronto, and that is where I plan to go. I felt the pull to follow the numbers and speak to a large crowd. However, I realized that while the numbers serve a purpose, it's actually not the numbers that make the difference. The most important thing to remember and focus on is what happens in your own heart and your own mind. Today is when we need to begin making the changes within our own beings. This change from within will allow us to transform ourselves, our homes, and our communities, and the towns and cities that we live in. What I've come to realize is that we cannot expect to make any lasting or large-scale changes if we're not willing to work within ourselves and our homes first. This is how we got here in the first place, by ignoring our own needs, not connecting with our hearts and mind and a greater source, God.
Yes.
We let the larger world rule us and we became complicit and comfortable. We took our civil liberties for granted.
Yes.
Too comfortable.
We must now exercise and protect our rights and freedoms or lose them forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
You lose what you don't use, and now is the time to take a stand.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Taking the easy road is no longer an option
No, it is
if we
not.
want to be free, sovereign beings.
That's right. That's right.
What we see happening in the world appears to be new, but in fact, it's been going on for a very long time.
Yes.
Yes, it has.
Hallway medicine, chronic illness, nursing shortages,
Yes.
media propaganda,
Yes.
a push for pharmaceuticals, processed food, and unhealthy living. Now it is all coming to light, and it is our opportunity to see this and take action.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
We've taken...
Where is he?
Yeah, he's up behind the speaker. Oh, did you? I turned on the phone. Oh, they do. Yeah.
All right. Wanna yell? Oh, there. Okay.
I like that. I want to breathe into that scene.
We've taken our health and civil liberties for granted, allowing ourselves to remain in victim mode, giving up responsibility for our thoughts, actions, health, and our freedoms. We've become lazy and comfortable in the paradigm society has created for us. We have loved the luxury and conveniences we have enjoyed from living amongst worldly things. But this superficial enjoyment has left us feeling, most of us, empty and searching for more meaning and purpose in our lives, usually then filled with material items, relationships, or substances. We have been kept subdued, distracted, and busy with the hustle and bustle of work and life. Once we arrived home, we suffered decision fatigue and allowed the TV to do the thinking and deciding for us. We allowed ourselves to push away the very things that bring meaning, fulfillment, and purpose into our lives. Divine, nature, community, and connections in exchange for these conveniences. The more conveniences we have had, the more we have actually lost. And it is time to come back inward, to truly connect with ourselves, God, and our communities, to be the change the world so desperately needs. The blessing of this year is that it has highlighted the dark path we were on and allowed us to see what would have happened if we continued focusing on these conveniences and meaninglessly things in this world. It has allowed us to prioritize what matters most to us.
Yes.
This year has shaken things up and has shown us that we have a choice. We can continue on this path or we can take the road less traveled. I, for one, am taking the road less traveled.
Yes.
We have seen where this current road is taking us, and I will go no further. It's time for something new. We are no longer waiting for someone to save us. We are putting our energy into creating something beautiful that focuses on health and a more meaningful connection with nature and ourselves. And this is how we do it. Stop being the victim, pull up your bootstraps, place your feet on the ground, and begin to make changes however hard it may be. Build your community right now. Exchange contacts and build in-person networks today. Start a garden, support local farmers, start a learning pod or parents group. Start becoming less reliant on everything outside of you and more self-reliant, believing in yourself and your community. The world is ready for your unique magic. We're ready for bold action. Complying is consenting, and we must no longer comply with these tyrannical measures.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It is no longer possible for me and other nurses to work in traditional nursing. We cannot go back to a system that is built on lies and corruption. And I will not allow our regulatory body to control and dictate how we think and what our values and beliefs should be, while also requiring us to violate our oath to do no harm.
That's right.
Nurses all over Canada are being silenced. They're having to choose between their soul and their careers. Nurses are being used as pawns, and many of us have had enough.
Yes.
So we have launched a class action lawsuit against the College of Nurses of Ontario. It is to protect the integrity of our profession and to allow nurses to continue to be medical advocates.
Yes.
Countless nurses have come forward to show their support. They know this is wrong and want to be part of a better future for our health.
Yes, indeed.
I'm trying to skip, sorry. As a mother, I still hope for all children to have a chance to experience the wonder and beauty that life has to offer. I want them to grow up knowing that we did everything we could to protect them in their future. Our children are the next generations that will inhabit this earth and this world. So let's make it a magical place. Remember, we create our reality, we create our rules, we create our future. This is the tipping point. It only takes a few committed individuals that can influence the many and sweep away social conventions. So let's envision the future we want and raise our collective consciousness. So I invite you now to hold your neighbor's hand, put your hands on your heart, and close your eyes.
Right on.
Breathe in deeply. Exhale. Feel that power flowing through you. Breathe in. Feel your lungs expand. Feel that life. Exhale. Now vision the victory. We've already won. What's your role? And how does this victory feel? How are you celebrating? What does it feel and look like to be free? Breathe that in. And continue to feel this truth and power run through your veins. Exhale. And remember, we are capable of anything we desire. We are strong, healthy, resilient, divine beings. Hold tight to this feeling, to this image, and come back to it often. Continue to raise your vibrations and frequencies. Remember, you have to be the change you want to see around you. It begins with you. Now more than ever, the quote, "Be the change you want to see in the world," holds so much weight and truth to it.